Previously on Follow the Leader.
Yeah, no, I think, like, Evander, like, pulls Vesper back with, like a hand on his chin again, and just, like, I think looks over at Quixote and is like, what does he say to this? Because I also want a way to, like, wrap up this scene. I think we need to, like...
I have like, a very dramatic way to wrap up the scene. Like, not personally dramatic.
Okay. I would love to hear it.
So, as the society intact, I think what happens is that a bunch of people descend on the theater. They're not cops, they're copyright lawyers.
Fuck.
Because you don't have a license to be playing the Princess Bride here.
That is so good.
God, I fucking love that.
That is amazing.
That's
amazing.
incredible.
So good.
Yeah.
They're not cops, they're copyright lawyers.
We now return to your game, already in progress.
So I think, like, right before, like, a commotion sort of starts downstairs, Vesper looks into Evander's eyes and says, Did I do good? And that can be, like, the end of the scene.
That is so good.
Well, and I think... Well, okay, so I think what happens then is, like, I'm gonna use one of my strong moves, which is, like, lead your gang into battle or confrontation.
Is there a war between the copyright lawyers and the gang?
Yeah.
Well, and, like, I'm using gang loosely, as in, like, him and Vesper, and I mean, I don't think Quixote's, like, included in that, but, like, he's going to, like, help them if they're going to try and, like, fight off these copyright lawyers.
I'm gonna use one of my strong moves, which is get out of harm's way, and I'm gonna take the kids and fucking get the hell out of there.
Right.
Nice. Yeah. No, and we can, like, abstract what happens, but, like, I think if Quixote's gonna... Yeah.
My big question is, like, does Evander stay and, like, and help Quixote, or does Evander just, like, abandon
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think, like, if Quixote is gonna fight back, then Evander's gonna, like, stay and help.
Interesting. Even with all of their past drama?
Yeah.
Interesting. I like that.
I think...
Oh, like, don't get it twisted. Like, he would die for them, but, like...
He just hates them right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aww.
Fucking amazing.
I think Quixote's going to try their usual way of dealing with things, which is obviously they're going to go down and start trying to soothe, like, they're very good at talking, and so I think, like, they go down and just are very aware of having that help, and I think they get the hard drive copy of their copy of The Princess Bride and hand it over, and just sort of like a peace offering, just like, no, I completely understand, I'm sorry, you'll have to forgive me. People just really love the movie. I'm so sorry. Please take it. We won't do it again. We do hope you'll come back in a less professional setting, though, because
I think that they demand, like, that you pay, like, a fee for having shown the movie. Because what they want is profit eternal.
Okay, I'm just looking at my moves.
I was gonna say, does Quixote, like, have money? Like...
Their preferred currencies are barter and secrets. That doesn't mean they don't take cash or whatever we're using for equivalent in our enclave society.
Bitcoins. No, that's what the society intact uses is bitcoins.
Fucking the whole world currency is turned into bitcoins.
And they're using up all of the remaining power on Earth to fucking power bitcoins.
Oh, I tell you what, they hand that over, and on that you're going to pay a fine. I'm going to use one of my strong moves, which is call on a timely favour from a powerful friend, and produce from the depths of my gown. I'm just going to produce a card for a lawyer, just like, you need to speak with them. Please get out of my establishment before, and then I'll gesture to Evander behind, just like, he removes you, and he won't be nearly as polite.
I think the person who has been, like, threatening you has just been like, well, there hasn't been a baseball game here in too many years because all of America's values have completely fallen to pieces, but if we still played baseball, this would be the last strike. And the next time you do something like this, then we're going to take strong legal action. And you had those two playing the lead roles? I mean...
All right.
I do not need you to explain theatre to me. Please, with all due respect, fuck off.
And I think I'm going to take back Keta using her, like, get out of harm's way, because I'm realizing that copyright lawyers are not actually that, like, dangerous. I thought that this was, like, weird armed copyright lawyer cops.
No, I think that they are. Like,
yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that one of them, the one who was speaking to you, like, at fuck off, like, tries to punch you in the face, but the other one grabs and is just like, next time, all right? We still have to uphold the few laws that we have left, and they leave.
God.
But, you know, they made the comment about the casting because what they want is orthodoxy, and they're like, you can't do gender bent casting of the Princess Bride.
God.
Wow.
I fucking love it.
Mm-hmm.
FYI, yeah. They should never remake the Princess Bride, but I would love to see Kristen Stewart play the Dread Pirate Roberts. Just
God,
that
please.
out there.
We all.
That would be rad.
Please. I would die.
I think they leave, but, like, I want it to be, like, there's, like, the lasting damage of this is that they're, like, you know, they're watching, and, like, they will bring violence next time, because this isn't really about copyright, it's about power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, I am going to take back that Keta got the hell out of it immediately, because I actually, like, want her to have witnessed that.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, do we want to talk real quick about where, like, have a quick outline of, like, where we see this game going in the next couple scenes, just to, like, have that framework?
I don't have a fucking clue.
Well, I mean, my whole sort of, like, motivation I've done behind Vesper is I think Vesper's plan here is to try to turn Evander into a socialist.
A socialist?
He's
like,
not a socialist.
I know, but Vesper's like, well, we all need to start doing, like, very serious, like, resource sharing or we're all gonna die. And, like, that's part of why Vesper wants to befriend powerful people, other than that he's horny, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean...
So I'm just throwing that out there as, like, something that I've been playing with you know, Vesper in mind. Vesper's always very virtuous.
I love Vesper.
Vespers are good. Also, that is sort of, we do need that conflict about scarcity thinking. Like, we have those conflicts.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, I think that the copyright lawyers is a perfect example because, like, there are enough movies to go around. Like, there's no reason to pretend that it's a resource that only some people should have.
Yeah.
Is Vesper's argument.
It's fair.
So I don't know, maybe Vesper, like, I don't know if y'all have more ideas about where this goes, but, like, I could see Vesper being, like, bringing that to Evander and or just, like, trying to start something based on that.
Shit, what if Vesper, like, tries to redistribute the gang's resources behind Evander's back?
Okay, that's an idea, but he would... I don't know that he would, especially because, like...
He would die.
He doesn't want... He would only do it behind Evander's back if Evander said no outright to it.
Okay.
I mean, I also had another idea, which is to bring in the whole psychic privacy thing. Maybe what Vesper is trying to do is, like, send out like a mass psychic impulse to make everybody socialists.
I love that. No, I love that.
That's really fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what does he need to do that? Because I think, like, whatever he needs to do that is going to be, like, the things that shape these last couple scenes.
Definitely.
We could definitely have a scene where he's like, how do you think I could accomplish this with Evander? There.
Okay.
Or maybe, more than just Evander. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I feel like I want to sort of explore the role of the kids more, and, like, probably with Quixote as well, because, like, Quixote's curiosity about the kids, like, I have, like, I've sort of, like, come up with a good sort of mirror for their backstory, like, in this game, and I think that it could be cool to explore that, but I want it to sort of come out naturally in play, like, how that sort of happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering do you think maybe the kids are the key to our future, but, like,
I love
in some way, like, they as, like, children born during, like, the reign of the psychic maelstrom, as it were, like, have some kind of, like, conduit properties, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, that could
like they have
Vesper's
powers to, like, with the psychic maelstrom. I'm down for that. I feel like Freedom definitely could. I don't feel like maybe Tariq would want to. I feel like Freedom would be super up for that, because Freedom's whole thing is, like, she wants to learn as much as possible, and she, like, just wants, like, everything, whereas Tariq's sort of, like, a very nervous boy.
Maybe Vesper could feel, like, their psychic energy while he was at the theater, and goes to Keta to talk to Keta about that.
That's a good idea. I like that.
I'm down.
And also, if you wanted Evander to be in the scene, if Evander had been, like, pitched on this, maybe Evander came to just, like, help. I don't know. Do you think that?
Yeah, I like having Evander around, because I like Evander, but also
also he and Keta are the only ones who haven't interacted yet, I believe.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see what that looks like. Yeah.
Do Keta and Evander know each other? I think, you have something for me to fix that, like, that's, like, something, but
maybe I think there's been, like, a working relationship, in terms of, like, because, like, one of the things I said Evander's gang has is medical supplies, and, like, that, I think, is a large part of, like, what he bargains with, and so...
Oh, yeah.
I'm wondering if, like, maybe it's the kind of thing where, like, he'll send things to be fixed. Yeah. And then also, like, you're raising 2 children, and, like, medical supplies are a thing that you probably need sometimes.
Yeah, probably.
Because, like, kids get sick. So I think maybe they know each other through that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, cool.
All right, I think Vesper is already is it at Keta's, like, workshop, or where did Keta want to meet them?
Keta can usually be found in her workshop. I don't know that, like, Vesper, like, would you say that Vesper, like, made an appointment to come meet her? Or, like, Vesper's just gonna sort of show up and be like, hey.
Showing up and being like, hey, is kind of Vesper's style.
And, that's sort of what Keta sort of expects from people. So, like, it makes sense to me if that's, like, what Vesper does.
So I think Vesper and Evander just show up at the workshop and just, like, sort of knock on the open door.
Come in. That's not my character voice, but that's fine.
Hi, Ms. Amberview?
Yes? Oh, you're Vesper, right? We met at the, she sort of gestures for a second, at that,
At the theater?
Yes. Yeah.
I think Evander's just, like, standing in the doorway, and he's not, like, coming in yet, but, like...
Keta does sort of lean over and go, are you coming in, Evander? She, like, knows Evander already. She's like, are you gonna come in, or what?
It's good to see you, Keta.
Likewise. Kenna just sort of like gestures with her head towards Evander, and Tariq sort of like scurries like a very wide berth around Vesper and is like hiding now behind Evander.
Oh my god.
That's so cute. Oh my god.
I love.
So, I actually came to talk to you about the kids.
Kenna's look goes like a little bit more like calculating, and she goes, "Oh,
this is gonna sound like super weird." Oh God. So, you know how everything is like, you know the psychic maelstrom.
yes, I've noticed it.
Yeah, sorry, that was a stupid question.
You know, it's sort of been on my periphery. I've seen it. I'm aware of it.
Were you aware that your kids have latent psychic abilities?
She just sort of looks at you like she's like looking at you in this very calculating way, and she goes, "No, I can't say I was, but I'm not. I don't suppose you have any sort of proof."
Well, I don't really know how to prove someone else's psychic power.
Well,
no, listen, Vander, help.
Ketta's looking at Evander, is like, "You trust this one? Like, you trust this kid?"
I do.
Ketta gives him a sort of a more level look, like, "Do you trust him, or are you just fucking him?" She doesn't say that, but that's what her look is sort of like.
I trust him in this. He knows what he's talking about.
I need their help. Maybe I should be talking to them, but...
I will be the judge of that. Thank you very much.
Okay, I just want to, like, respect their agency and everything.
I am glad that you do, but I also am... I'm also responsible for their safety. And
yeah, of course. You were at the theater, right?
I was.
And that whole awful thing happened with those copyright people.
Mm-hmm.
It was awful, and listen, with the world the way it is, I just can't stand that we still have people like that who are going around acting like because we don't have very much, it means that we don't have enough for everybody. But I think that we do, or we could, if we all work together, then we would all have to pitch in and work together. But I don't think anybody would go hungry, and everybody could see movies and just...
Alright, so this sounds like a nice little fantasy. Get to the point.
If I want to make this happen, and I think it can happen, then I'm psychic myself, and I wanted to, I figured, you know, thoughts are stronger than words, right? So if with your kids' help, I could broadcast my message across the city, it wouldn't be for very long, and I would make sure nobody knew that they helped, but it just means a lot to me, and please.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be real here. Freedom is all for it. Ketta is not happy. Freedom is like tugging on Ketta's like arm, is like, can I? This sounds like really cool. This sounds really cool. And Ketta's just like, absolutely not. Look.
Ketta, I was gonna say, because I can play the psychic maelstrom when it's invoked, and you guys have been talking about it a bit.
Oh,
I think, Ketta, you feel like when like Freedom's like pulling on your sleeve, like, can I? I think you hear like an echo in the back of your head that's both her voice and not her voice. That's just
don't like that.
Can I?
Don't like that. Ketta is very unsettled. She is not enjoying this. She's just sort of like, look, I don't know much about this whole, magic, psychic bullshit. But these kids are learning useful skills. They're learning how to make things and how to cook and how to clean and how to do useful things that society needs.
Don't you want them to live in a society where they can do those things not because they feel like they'll die if they don't, but because they love them?
As I said, it's a nice little fantasy, but I don't see how you're going to get done. I don't see how using my children, using these kids as a signal booster. I don't see how using them as a signal booster is going to help. I don't see how reaching into people's heads and scrambling them around a little bit is going to do much. It doesn't seem right.
Keta, just
look.
He's not.
If it was somebody if somebody was coming to you and saying, "Oh, I need your help. I just need you to sit around and let me take some of your energy out, and so I can mess around in someone's skull," you wouldn't like that.
Keta, he's not going to hurt them. I will make sure of it that he does not hurt them. Just let him do this. And I think this is I have a strong move that is say just the right thing to extinguish someone's fear and bolster their confidence.
Ooh. I will say that is that thing, that you are doing that thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that this move is a little bit like treating my children as a project rather than people. So I'm gonna take a token because she's they're learning useful skills. They're learning how to survive in this shitty world.
And I think also though I do want to ask one of the leading questions for that strong move, which is what resources is your character making do without right now?
Oh boy. A lot.
Yeah.
She's really good at making stuff, but things like food
mm-hmm.
are harder to come by than stuff like booze, which she can make.
Mm-hmm.
So food, clothing, better clothing than what they have. Medical supplies
mm-hmm.
also are in short supply.
Yeah, I think Evander says the thing that he said and steps forward and puts his hand on the small of Vesper's back and
mm-hmm.
sort of
Keta doesn't look amused by that.
That's fine. No, but I think he nudges Vesper a little bit, mentally nudges him to not project. Well, yeah, I guess to project to Keta sort of a sliver of a vision of what it could be for the kids if she lets him do this.
All right, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna use my psychic gifts with artful precision and give up my token here. So, I guess I'm kind of asking, but I guess I'm asking Keta, what does your character wish I would do next?
So, here's the thing. She doesn't like the idea of, changing people's minds by reaching into their minds and changing them for them. She's not enjoying
really what they want to do.
That as a concept.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't...
So maybe Vesper picks up on, the fact that you think that that's what Vesper's saying.
Yeah.
And Vesper's we're not... I'm not going to change people's minds. I'm just raising my voice.
I mean... Can't you do that out loud? Just maybe speak to people?
Look at me. Who's gonna listen to me?
She sort of raises her eyebrows yeah. Uh-huh. It's a good fucking question.
Who's gonna listen to me if I can't do the one thing that I'm good at? I can't stand on a stage and deliver a speech. I'm stuttering right now.
I mean, it's their decision in the end. But she just looks down at Freedom and is I know you want to. Freedom's gonna say yes. Freedom is already I'm doing this.
Great.
And Tariq is Tariq is still hiding behind Evander, which is funny because Evander is but, like, is hiding from Vesper behind Evander, so is just, like, standing on the other side of Evander.
Oh my god.
That's so cute.
And Tariq just, like, shakes his head, like, no. No.
That's fine. I understand. But Freedom, right? I would really appreciate your help.
And she's just, like, she looks ecstatic. She does not enjoy the kind of thing that Ken has been trying to teach her how to do.
Aww.
She's...
Alright.
Yeah.
I love her.
That's
She's
probably
very...
scene, right?
Yeah, I think that's scene.
That's some good shit.
That's some good shit.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for, like, talking over Evander a lot. Ken has got a lot of opinions.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to work out how to get Quixote kind of engaged in that
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of too.
stuff, which I want them to. So
Well, maybe we need, like, a safe place to do this from. And, like, or maybe there's, like, I don't know, like, psychic ley lines or something, and they cross, like, right at the lock and key.
If Quixote deals in nostalgia, maybe there's, like, just in the things that they've collected, like, a well of, like, psychic emotional energy imbued in, like, so many of the things that they have that, like, Vesper can, like, grasp onto and utilize.
I love that.
And, like, things that, like, he can utilize also to, like, not find people, but, like, to connect to more people via these artifacts.
I love that.
And, like, the whole, like, the other thing that Quixote trades in is, like, people come here to connect.
Yeah.
Like, that's the vibe. It's, like, finding and making a connection with people, and it's a thriving social scene. So, like, coming together as people is already there as an underlying theme, even if the way Quixote trades in it is not what Vesper's talking about. So I also really like the idea of getting the fact that the loan shark that's been trying to track me down has finally arrived, because I am a angst gremlin.
No loan sharks in socialism.
I like the idea of the loan shark being a separate character from Alrune, because Alrune is just, like,
Yeah, no, that makes
lending
sense.
money
Yeah.
and dealing in the black market as, like, a lark.
Okay. So, I mean, we could have a scene of trying to convince Quixote, but do we need to do that as a whole scene, or, like, I mean, you know, there's a I mean, maybe, I don't know, like, how Quixote feels about, like, this politically is different from how I'm sure they feel about it personally, you know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that's what makes it...
This?
Yeah, I think that's what makes it interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea of, like, sort of maybe playing this out. It could be Vesper coming to see Quixote, or Vesper and Evander. I don't know how well that would go.
I was gonna say my other thought, which would definitely pull this in a very different direction, is, like, not trying to convince Quixote, but, like, sending Evander in as, like, a fucking distraction while Vesper does the thing.
I love this.
I think that's a great idea, actually.
Both interesting. Yeah, no,
I think Vesper is kind of scared of Quixote. So, like,
I mean, who wouldn't be?
That's
Quixote
fair.
Is very hot and very intimidating.
Oh, okay. What if, like, as much as I love the fucky X's of playing with that, like, what if Evander's intercepted this loan shark? Because,
shit.
And it's like, I took care of this for you.
Ooh.
Like,
what? I think... Yeah, okay, no, I know exactly how this goes down.
Excellent.
I think it's the kind of thing where, like, oh, yeah, true. Where, like, he's going up to see Quixote in their office again, and, like, the loan shark is there, and, like, being menacing or whatever the fuck. You see, I don't have a token, so I can't use my strong move of kill someone. But
I mean, you can always get it by doing the scene and doing a weak move during the scene.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to happen right away. Like, this could be, like, a concurrent thing. Like, maybe this wasn't even Evander's intention when...
No.
So...
No, I don't think that's what his intention was either.
And then
boy, there are kids shouting outside.
No.
I was wondering what was going on there.
That's fine.
Bye.
Well...
Oh, Jesus.
Let's see, I can close my window here. 1 second. My problem is I have my fan in my window, so...
Yeah.
There you go.
Hopefully that helps. Oh, no.
Guess not.
I'm gonna close my other window. Alright, let's
Okay,
cool, let's do this.
does somebody want to play this loan shark? Yeah.
I can do it.
Right.
Unless you want to,
well,
Sam.
because you play the Society Intact, so that could be...
Yeah, you could absolutely be somebody representing that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh my, it could be, like, for the sake of, like, it could be Grace. Or a version of Grace.
Oh my gosh.
If you wanted.
Fucking,
Only if you wanted.
Sure.
Like, she's yours to play with.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I want to make her, like...
Yeah. You don't have to.
I could see her being like a post-apocalyptic loan shark. Sure.
Nice.
Grace is there in a suit.
Because I feel like Quixote couldn't pull their usual bullshit on Grace. That's what...
Oh yeah.
So.
Grace is being very threatening.
Grace is divorcing Quixote as we speak.
Yes.
Getting that good alimony.
Yeah. Okay.
And like I think when Evander like comes in, is just being like, you think because you live out here in the middle of nowhere that the rules don't apply to you anymore?
Just they click their tongue. I think they're idling they're trying to buy time. For what? I don't think they even know. So because I've got
Grace have a weapon?
Grace has a gun, but it's like holstered or whatever.
Because I've got like I think I'm not going to do it to gain a token, but I like the notion that that given the time of day it is, that Grace knew when to show up, and so like effectively maybe even Quixote went into their office. Because I have a weak move of walk into a situation unarmed and unprepared. And, like, just coming into their office to find Grace there waiting is pretty fucking rad.
Yeah, Grace has, like, a very small, very expensive-looking gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for the sake of, like, good scene drama, I think Grace is like looking like she's about to pull this weapon, and I think Evander like comes in quietly enough that like Grace doesn't hear him come in, because like Grace has her back to the door, like an idiot. No, I'm kidding. It's all good. But like, and I think like just as soon as he sees what's going on, he like takes like 2 very sharp steps forward and like just produce it, because like we haven't yet invoked his gender, so he like pulls a knife like from like his, I don't know, like on his belt or like whatever, wherever that is, and like just gets it around like Grace's neck and is just like, I think you're done here.
And then he kills her.
He can't yet.
Yeah.
No, I don't have a token.
But
oh, is this is your friend?
He's certainly something. Quixote's trying not to smile.
Grace is trying not to sound nervous and just says, "This is this is assault. I'm going to have a warrant out for your arrest.
Grace, I think you're struggling to understand. When you're just saying, like, it's different out here, as much as you want to pretend that it's not. We don't do things your way. I mean, what are you going to do about it if he slits your throat right now, other than make a mess of my office floor?
And I think he, like, does, like, the thing that they do in movies where, like, he, like, digs the knife in just enough to, like, pierce her skin, like, a little bit, and there's, like, a single, like, drop of blood, but, like, not enough to, like, actually hurt her.
And she, like, gulps, which also hurts her throat. And she says, I'm giving you one last chance to put the knife down, and you won't be in prison for life. And she's, like, slowly reaching towards her gun.
I could use a strong move, but I also want to remind you, Han, just so you can get a token. I have the lure when someone offers you a new gig.
Oh, shit.
Or gets hooked on your supply, they gain a token. So you kind of stepping in as kind of vaguely bodyguard thing.
Okay.
And I'm also looking at my moves because I have something that I could.
I also don't like really want this scene to end with him killing her.
Oh no. No. I'm gonna activate my strong moves because I came into the room unarmed. This is my fucking office, like,
right.
And I think what happens is, like, they move, and from underneath the desk they literally pull out like a small throwing knife and flick it, and it just like embeds itself in the back of Grace's hand where she's reaching for the gun.
Yeah,
oh my
she
God.
screams and manages to drop the gun. And at that point, like, there's a very tense moment where she looks back and forth between the two of them, and then just, like, turns and dashes for the door.
Yeah, no, he lets her flee.
And I think there's definitely like some silence there, like all you can hear is like the sound of footsteps, like retreating down. I imagine like it's definitely a wooden staircase, like because the age of the building, and it's like just like that clattering away, echoing, and like Carrie just looks at Evander. I suppose I should say thank you.
I'll admit it would be nice to hear.
Thank you.
Is that where the scene ends, though? Like, with just, like, a very significant look between them?
I'm down for that being how it ends, yeah. Just, like, that moment. That's cool.
Yeah, that's so good.
It's real good.
I think
Sorry,
that, I mean...
I just noticed that you can't murder people, that's illegal.
Grace is just like, what do you mean you're being murdered? That's illegal. People can't do that. I mean, I feel like the logical, like, last scene here is, like, attempting this psychic thing, right?
Yeah. And, like, I want to say that, like, Keta is, like, off to the side, like, supervising, making sure my kids are not being hurt.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
But also, like, absolutely just, like, taking apart the fucking, like, projector just for fun. It's just, like, because if you're in, like, the theater room, right? Is that what we decided was happening?
I assume...
Yeah.
Yeah, like on the like, main floor of the place, or actually that works, like, is that... imagine where the vibe would be the strongest.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we're all in there. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so all right. Because Vesper is out of tokens, I'm going to do some kind of weak move here. And I think Vesper, like, sits down on the floor and, like, sits right next to Freedom and, like, starts by just, like, opening himself up to the psychic maelstrom, right? but hasn't really done that like fully in this space, and then gets totally like bowled over by all of the like emotions of everybody that has been here, which is experiencing psychic flashbacks. And like I don't think like collapses, but like, you know, like is sitting down but still sort of like falls backwards a little bit. It's just like kind
of like squints at this, is like watching very closely.
No, I'm fine. I
don't care about you.
I need a moment. And like looks at Evander, and just like holds out a hand to Evander for a second.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, he like. So wait, where is Vesper? Like in a chair? Where is he?
I think was just sitting on the floor.
Okay. Yeah, no, like Evander will like go like take his hand.
Vesper just like.
Nope, sorry.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think you get, as soon as you get squeezed the hand, because one of the psychic maelstrom's moves is bleed psychic instability into the immediate area.
Thanks,
I think Evander starts getting some of those flashbacks as well. Like it might be easier to deal with in that instance, but like definitely gets hit with that.
I think if I were doing this on my own, then I could keep this from freedom, but even with the two of us, I don't know that we can hold it back. I think we need one more person. And like looks at like Quixote and is just like
sorry.
I love this movie.
I think
this is just like that bit at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy where they all have to hold hands to like do the thing.
It's
incredible.
Good. I think
fucking amazing. I do want to say, like, Keta was like starting to tense up. Like, are you gonna fucking suggest that the person who already said no come in? Because I will kick your ass.
Yeah. I think Quixote comes over from where they've sort of been watching, like sat probably by the bar. But before doing, they have grabbed a bottle of something good. Like they probably have a private reserve there. And as they cross over, they just like slap this bottle into Kita's hand.
Excellent. Keta just takes like a massive swig of it. And then like raises it towards Quixote like, good luck.
How tall is Keta?
Okay. So she's real short.
Yeah.
For a human, she's real short.
Yeah.
But I like don't even know like real short, but like beefy.
Okay, then because like obviously Quixote's short, but wears those heels, so I think like Quixote like leans down just a little bit and like kisses her on the cheek.
Aww. Keta's like sitting on the floor also, so like.
Oh, it's elegant as fuck. It's like bend and snap, like bending at the waist, legs perfect, just like this graceful move.
Keta like winks at Quixote, like and then like when Tariq starts to ask a question, Keta just sort of waves it off.
Yeah. I think Quixote says quietly to you, as before crossing over to the boys, just like, "You're a good mum." And like goes over.
Aww.
Oh my god.
Keta's like a little bit like baffled by this, but is also like blushing, like, oh, this is the nicest thing anybody's ever said to her.
Aww.
So yeah, I mean, does Quixote come and like take our hands?
Oh yes, yep, of course they do. I think what they do is like they what are they wearing today? It feels like a tuxedo day. Yes, it's like probably 9 a.m, but it's like the suspenders and shirt and trousers look. And again, because I just love doing this, like just like gracefully like goes from standing to sitting cross-legged, like effortlessly while in 6-inch heels.
I would
just
die for Quixote.
Just sort of like crosses and sits down next to Vesper, obviously, and has taken Evander's hand. She's like, come on, darling, you'll have to sit down as well. And, like, pats the floor.
Yeah, no, he does.
Okay, and I think with that, like, Vesper just, like, sighs and then, and says, I think I have it under control now. Freedom, and, like, turns and, like, looks at Freedom. Are you ready?
She just, like, gives you, like, 2 thumbs up. It's like, yeah, let's do this.
Okay. Vesper just, like, looks over, at her and, like, closes his eyes and, begins his broadcast, which I'm going to use my strong move to use my psychic gifts with artful precision, and spend a token on that. And I think Vesper, because I used the token, I feel like Vesper is able to at least get the message out to everybody that he wanted to. And it's not, you know, maybe everybody who hears it isn't super receptive to it, and, you know, deferring to Jade here, there might be some kind of, like, consequences, but I think that he's successful in that.
I think you get the message out, but I think this is probably scares the crap out of him. Is like, he is, like, channeling the maelstrom at that moment. Like, I think the maelstrom is trying to manifest itself in that moment, because Vesper's not, like, done anything on this scale before. And I think the maelstrom, like, because you've opened up that conduit, is trying to, like, pour itself into him, like, maybe take it over. Like, this is getting very fucky very quickly. Hey, fervent intimacy.
This is what always happens to Vesper, always.
Oh yeah, it's the warlock shit again, just, like, inviting power into yourself. But I think this is fun, just while we're on our bullshit, because that's how we roll here. I think, like, Evander and Quixote are kind of very aware of this presence trying to get into Vesper, and both of them are just, like, radiate too much top energy to let this shit stand. But
No, that's, yep, no, that makes sense.
it's like, excuse me, no, this is ours. This is ours.
Spoken for.
Yeah.
Ketta's also exuding top energy from across the room.
Right. But more importantly, Ketta's, like, exuding mom energy towards Freedom, so, like, I'm sure that helps too.
Yeah, that's what the maelstrom didn't bother trying to touch Freedom. It's just like,
I love it.
Mom energy too strong.
Ketta will fight the maelstrom with her bare hands.
Yeah.
I love Ketta.
But I think what this does, I think as this happens and, like, the maelstrom is sort of, like, getting forced back out, like, it's not going to be able to manifest in this moment. But I definitely think everyone there gets the thing, just, like, it will try again. And, like, I think Vesper's more powerful for having done this, but it's you got a big storm coming.
You got a big psychic storm coming.
Yeah.
God.
Oh my
So,
god.
Is that a good place to end it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Rad.
That was a good game, and I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Do we want to? Yeah. No. Is there anything else we like snapshot, epilogue, anything like that, or just leave it right there?
I just want to know if they have a threesome or not.
I can't believe you even have to ask.
Right? Are you kidding me?
I'm so mad that Ketta's, like, not part of that at all, but also, like,
I mean, she could be.
fucking foursome. All of our
This is what you get for, like, bringing your kids to this.
Yeah.
fair. That's fair. To be fair, Vesper's the one who asked to bring my child here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think, like, okay, just makes that next time gesture as Ketta leaves with
With
Freedom.
the children.
Yeah.
Little call me hand sign.
Yeah.
Ketta, like, does do, like, a wink and, like, a finger gun.
Oh, actually, no. As you go out, Quixote gets a different flower from the stand. Because I don't know whether where we edited, where this has been edited about the whole flower system that Quixote has in place, but definitely pulls the same move with putting the flower in the pocket. But this time it's definitely the flower that symbolizes like group sex. Like
incredible.
Full king. Oh, no holds barred.
Kenna takes a look at it and just like looks at Quixote and is like, all right then. And then she does the wink and the finger gun.
Yep.
Incredible.
Fucking incredible. I'm so glad that all of our characters are gonna fuck at some point.
Most excellent. Most excellent. Man, seriously, like fucking 3 tops though. Vesper's gonna have a great time. How the rest of it works.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh. Anyway, let's do our outro. Unless anybody. Okay. So this has been Follow the Leader. Seriously, give Dream Askew a go because this game is so interesting and rad.
Very good.
And it will allow you to be super fucky if that's your jam with tabletop games.
Very fucky.
I'm still Jade. You can find me on Twitter at Jade Oxford Rose. Please at me and tell me how much you like Quixote because
I will.
They were fun to play.
I'm doing it right now.
I have been Sam. You can find me at SAKalo on Twitter.
I'm Alix. You can find me at Kismet Nemesis on Twitter, and please at me and tell me how much you like Vesper.
Please also at me to tell me how much you love Keta, because I also love Keta.
And I'm Han. You can find me on Twitter at Mercutios with NE.
Great. We
Thanks.
did it.
Thanks, everyone. I hope you'll join us next week with a new story.
Yay.
Wonderful.
Yay.
Oh, you can still find FTL Cast on Twitter.
Oh yeah, find us
you
there.
can do that.
Yeah, do that. Do the thing. Like and subscribe.
Yes.
Hit that subscribe button.
Hit that thumbs up button.
Smash that fucking like. All right, now let's smash.
Should clap.
Let's smash some fucking claps.
Yeah, let's do a clap.
Hi, it's Dora, and I just wanted to thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed us, please consider leaving a rating on iTunes, telling your friends about us, or tweeting about our show using the FTLcast hashtag. No, seriously, we crave the validation and it helps us out. Your support really means a lot. Thanks again!